Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Choose your destiny. Flawless victory.
Hi, this is Chris Casamassa, and I play Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat films and Mortal Kombat Conquest TV show. You are listening to Justin Harvey on The Justin Harvey Show.
Get over here!
Hi, I'm Stephanie Ma from World Martial Arts Media, and today I'm here to tell you about LegacyBelts.com. Legacy Championship Belts and Awards is the world's premier manufacturer of custom and cast championship title belts who supplies belts to top professional boxing, MMA, and wrestling organizations on the planet. If you're a promoter or collector looking for a high-quality MMA, martial arts, boxing, wrestling belt, or even a belt for a special event, then you need to visit LegacyBelts.com today. Be sure to like us at www.facebook.com/LegacyBelt.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the World Martial Arts Radio Network. Up next, you will be listening to the USA Martial Arts Hall of Fame Show Host of the Year Award winner, the one and only Justin Harvey, producer, director, and on-air star of The Justin Harvey Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Harvey here of The Justin Harvey Show with a special evening edition of The Justin Harvey Show, which is brought to you by Legacy Belts. If you need a championship belt for martial arts or pro wrestling, or you want to be a champ like myself, go to LegacyBelts.com. Now, tonight's guest is no stranger to The Justin Harvey Show. I'm proud to welcome back my good friend, Cynthia Rothrock. Welcome, dear. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I've been watching your post, and congratulations on your baptism. That's wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you've been traveling a lot these days, I see. So how's that going?
It's hectic. Yes, since January I've been to 6 different countries. So
oh, wow. Wow.
It's a bit crazy, and tomorrow I head off to Munich for the Munich Hall of Honors.
Wow. You go to that about every year, I think.
I do. I believe this is like maybe my 5th or my 6th time there.
Wow. Wow. Before we get to tonight's main topic, I wanted to mention that I went on YouTube a couple of days ago, and I remember watching it on TV as a kid, actually. The Masters Hall of Fame, it was actually hosted by Wesley Snipes. And
oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
So, and Ernie Reyes Jr. and Sr. was on there, and I'm just amazed that today that I know all of you guys. So, it's just amazing. So, but tonight's main topic, the Martial Arts Kid, which you can actually pre-order that now on DVD and Blu-ray. How did you get involved with the project?
Well, Dawn and James Wilson are really, really good friends of mine, and James, always said he wanted to do a really good family action picture, and he says, I'm going to do it. And, about a year and a half later, he did it. So, anytime James says something, it's going to get done. So that's kind of how I got involved. And he was like, I want to see you as a mom, because that's, one of the things you are, and you've never played that before. So it was really fun, for me to, play a mom for the first time.
Oh, wow. And a great twist that I'm glad that it finally happened. You're actually in the film. You are married to Don the Dragon Wilson himself. How was that transition? Was it pretty easy to play being married to Don?
Yeah, pretty easy, because I've been friends with Don probably for about 30 years or so. I think out of all the people in the martial arts, he's probably one that I've met even before I did films, just kind of like in competition days and stuff like that. So we're really good friends, and it was, Very simple.
And it was, and the film was actually released in several different cities. How come that there wasn't like a big theatrical release where it was everywhere? You know, at once?
Well, you know, when you do a film, it has to get a distribution deal for the United States, and then they handle that. But what we did is pre-screening, so we could handle that. So it still could get a major theatrical distribution. But we're quite excited that an independent picture like ours has gotten, I think, over 120 theater releases, sold out every single one of them all across the United States.
And I've watched the trailer over 100 times, and I got to tell you, even the trailer looks good, and it kind of gives me the feel of like the old Karate Kid, the family feel of it, and and I think that's wonderful. Films like that need to be brought back to the forefront.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good action picture, but for the whole family, it's a picture that, has morals. It's a picture that little kids could pick almost any one of the characters and say, I want to be like them, except for obviously the bullies.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice little film, and it's deals with the bullying, and the thing is with the martial arts kid and the Karate Kid, it's kind of like a similar principle that the underdog comes out in the end, but it's completely different because this is realistic. He's not training for like 1 or 2 months and then he becomes world champion and beats the best people. He only becomes a green belt, and in that time, and you know enough to stick up for yourself and defend yourself. So it's more realistic, and all the teachings and trainings in it are all from martial art masters that are really teaching techniques and philosophies that they believe in.
Now, I had heard that Superfoot Bill Wallace was supposed to make an appearance in the film. Did that ever happen?
No, it didn't, because the day he was supposed to shoot, when we were down in Florida, he was supposed to play one of those bums on the beach, and then all of a sudden someone goes, hey, it's Bill Wallace, but I believe I'm not exactly sure, but I want to say maybe he was in like a minor accident and he couldn't make it. Something came up where, he couldn't do it. But yeah, hopefully he'll be in the sequel.
Oh, so there will be a sequel to the film.
Yes, there will be a sequel. Probably we would shoot that next year.
Oh, that'll be wonderful, and I think if this one's successful, like I think it's going to be, as long as they put you and Dawn back together in the sequel could be successful as well, I believe.
Yeah, well, you know what? We've already, it's already been successful right now. I mean, and now, like you said, you can order the DVDs on, on the internet or, on the Martial Arts Kid webpage, and they're just like going like hotcakes, which is great. Like martial arts schools are buying them like by the hundreds, and giving it to the students or bringing them to high schools, So it's really it's not just a film, but it's getting the message of our film out there to everybody.
Exactly, and it's not just for martial artists. It's for kids that have been bullied and stuff, and they can see that. And they can see that message, and that's why I think this film is, very fantastic that it's being made and stuff. So it's a wonderful thing.
We have so many kids in there too, so it's not only for kids that are getting bullied, it's kids that, want to do martial arts for sport, kids that want to do it for competition, kids that want to do it just because it develops so much, physical fitness, confidence, and also, what the storyline is about is, not tolerating bullies.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I wanted to mention to you, too, Cynthia, I was a couple weeks ago. I was speaking with Ernie Reyes Sr., and he was telling me that you was part of his demonstration team. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I thought that was interesting.
Sure. Well, when I was kind of like a youngster, I was competing, just started competing professionally, and I met the West Coast demonstration team, and I met them in Chicago at one of the tournaments, and they said, hey, well, why don't you come out to California? You could train with us, and we could get you a room. You could rent a room next door to the studio. And I was like, wow, that's great. So my plan was to come out for a month, go to the Long Beach Internationals, and train with the West Coast demonstration team. Well, I never went back, and I trained, and then all of a sudden, it was like, do you want to be part of the team? And I'm like, yeah. And that's kind of how it was, and I'm still here in California.
Oh, wow. And I'm sure you're aware Ernie Reyes Jr. has had a heck of a year because, having kidney dialysis and stuff like that. He's had it rough these days, but he's strong.
Yeah, definitely. But he's tough. He's smart. He eats right. He's physical fitness. So I think, with that warrior spirit he has, he's gonna overcome this.
Oh, absolutely. Because I try to keep up with them because they're good friends of mine as well, and I try to keep up with you and your posts and what you're doing. So it's like we're a big family in the martial arts community. So
yeah, exactly. It is true. We're all like one big family.
Yeah. One thing that you've never done in your career that I would love to see you do is actually work on a film with Frank Dukes.
Oh, I would love to. A couple of years ago, we talked about doing a film together, but and then at one point I was trying to put a film together because I thought I was going to get some financing out of Trinidad, and he is definitely one of the people that I wanted to use on my team.
Yeah, because he's got a brilliant mind, especially when it comes to film stuff too. So I just thought that would be.
I know he's got a brilliant mind, but that I haven't really talked film, but I'm sure he does.
Yeah, well, I'm always talking to him, and I had heard that you was at his wedding or something, and I got an invitation, and I'm like, I'm sorry that I had to miss it, but I got the invitation.
Oh yeah, I had to miss it too. I went to the party that they had after it, but I was out of the country.
Yeah, and also, I found it very interesting that I wanted you to talk about this subject too, because I had seen some pictures where you was at an event, and you're actually with my favorite pro wrestler Mick Foley, and actually Eric Bischoff. Can you talk about the event and what exactly it was?
Yeah, it was MegaFest Comic-Con in Marlborough, Massachusetts, and they called me and said, hey, do you want to come? And it was at the same time the Ocean State Nationals were with, Christine and Don Rodriguez, so I kind of fit the two in, and they were right next to my table, and I'm not that familiar with wrestling, but I got to talk to them, and I was like, wow, and Foley, he had such a long line. His line was nonstop the whole time, so I had to Google them. I Googled both, because they both had so many people. I was Googling them to say, okay, what did they do, So it was kind of fun, hanging out with them. They both seemed like amazing guys.
Yeah, because when I saw the photo, my jaw just literally dropped because I ended up meeting Mick Foley like last year, and I'm like, how does he know Cynthia? I got to get to the bottom of this. I'm like, is she a wrestling fan? And I just don't know about it.
Well, I am now. I want to go back and see what they did.
Oh wow. Well, there's a good way to actually do that, Cynthia. They've got the WWE has a service. It's called the WWE Network, and it's like $10 a month. But you can go back. You can go back any year that you choose and watch the old matches.
Oh wow! Okay, well, yeah. When I get time, I am definitely going to do that because they were both really nice people.
Yeah,
I enjoyed talking to both of them.
Yeah, and Mick Foley is very, very intelligent. But I got to tell you, with the way he walks, I cringed because he put his body through so much. It's unreal.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
and,
but they say, oh, that's not real. It sure is, because you could see where it took a toll, on his body.
Yeah, and
he was limping a bit.
And he would do matches, Cynthia, in Japan, where after the match would end, the ring would literally explode. So
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Well, I know he's got tons and tons of fans. That's for sure.
oh yeah, and about Eric Bischoff, I've heard he's a really nice guy, and not many people know this, but he's also a martial artist as well.
Yeah, he studies with Sonny Ono.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me about it.
So, I mean, Cynthia, it's a small world. It really is.
It sure is.
So, but what is your expectations for this year?
Well, let's see. Well, obviously, I got a couple events. I'm going to be, I'm going to Munich, and then in September I'll be going to the Swiss Hall of Fame, and then in Italy I'll be going to the first Rome Hall of Fame, and then I have an adventure trip that I'm going to be doing. One of those crazy, adventure, hiking, trekking, rappelling, climbing, all that stuff. I'll be doing Machu Picchu. I'm going to be doing that. And also some exciting news is that I'm going to be working on both two new projects. One is the amazing Shanghai Dragons, which I'm going to be starring with Sammo Hung. And this is exciting because this is going to be probably the biggest picture I've done, and we're going to have, I think we might have Corey Yoon direct, which he did Yes, Madam, and he's my favorite director to work with that I've worked with. And I'm quite excited about that. We're going to do a Kickstarter for the startup, and once we get the startup, it'll be funded through China, and we'll be shooting it, over in Shanghai. So that's quite exciting. And the second project that we've got a green light that we're going to do is the Peculiar Perils of Penelope Peacock, which my great friends Sonia and Paul have written it, and this one is, one of those stories that you read and you go, I want to do that project. That's the one I want to do. So, again, it's not like the Martial Art Kid. It's completely different, but again, it's one of those films that families are going to love. Instead of dealing with bullying, it's going to be dealing with, kids that, feel like they're ugly or they don't have much to offer, and they're just in their own little world. They're not social. They feel, they have no self-confidence. And my character and her niece are like that. And throughout the picture, there's transformation and great action, big-time action, because we have dream sequences, so we could go crazy with the fighting. So I'm really, 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 really excited about that. So we'll probably be at the end of the year, doing pre-production, and then hopefully, the beginning of next year, we'll be shooting that. So there's two really incredible projects. And then if we do the Martial Art Kid 2, then I'm blessed.
That's awesome. Actually, one of my friends, they told me, he said they should put you in the Martial Arts Kid too. And I'm like, dude, that's not my call, but that would be so awesome to work with Cynthia and James and Dawn and all those guys.
Yeah, well, we'll have to get you in there. That would be great. I mean, last time we've had so many in the Martial Art Kid. We had so many martial artists. It's funny. You could see we had a big open call where, I don't know, we had like 100 or more martial artists in there. And, yeah, we'd love to have you in that. So, hopefully we'll get that one done.
Yeah, maybe James will hear this and be able to get it done, because I believe he's the one that calls the shots. So.
Right, exactly. And he said he's going to do it, so I believe it.
Yeah. James is a good guy. I still need to get him on the show. I've had one conversation with James, but James is a good guy, and so is Dawn. Dawn is just so busy. It's hard to keep up with Dawn. So. Yeah. So, but I am just so thrilled that you've come back on the show. It's this has been really, really fun, Cynthia, and and I wanted to take the time to actually thank you for helping me get my program in iHeartRadio when I was doing my campaign. So
yeah, I was glad of that. I'm glad we boosted up some of those votes for you in the end there.
Yeah, and after 1,000 rejections, they finally put my show in. I think they got tired of me submitting so that they wouldn't have to look at my page. So
yeah, well, it happens, so that's good. And your show is great, and you're a fantastic person. So lots of success there.
Yeah, but before I let you go, can I share a funny story with you that I've wanted to share with you for a while?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Well, one night, picture this, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and usually I'm up late, but I don't like to take calls really late, so my phone rings, and I noticed that it was Ernie Reyes Jr., okay? So I said, I was like, hello, no answer. So I got concerned, and I called him right back, and I said, Ernie, I said, are you and your dad okay? And he says, is this Justin Harvey? I said, yeah, you called me. He's like, oh man, I'm sorry I butt dialed you. And I'm like, it's okay. And then the next morning, without skipping a beat, I tell my mom what happened, and she says, you're the first person I've ever known to get butt dialed by a Ninja Turtle.
That's funny. Right, and probably the only one ever that will.
Yeah. So I wanted to share that with you. So.
Yeah, that's so cute. Yeah, your mom's cute. That's cute. Sounds something like my mom would say.
Yeah, but here I am freaking out because I thought something had happened or something.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to give you this opportunity to give us your final thoughts, and thank you so much for returning to the show because I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Well, yep, thank you. I mean, just everybody hope to see you somewhere along my travels. Also I'll be in an event in Charlotte, North Carolina in September, and that's actually a really, really cool event too. It's awards, and they're focusing on women in martial arts. So right now they're looking for women that have good stories and have dedicated their life to martial arts. So you could find out all that information on my Facebook. It's not on there yet, but all that stuff will be coming on. So if people want to follow or see where I'm going to be, they can just check my Facebook page because it's full on friends, but it's if you follow me, you could follow everything because I pretty much keep everything on public so people could see that. So, yeah, so hope to see everybody somewhere out there.
I was going to ask you, too, real quick before I forget, are you planning on attending the Masters Hall of Fame this year?
Which one is that? The one which one? In California?
San Antonio, Texas. Will you be at that one?
San Antonio? No, I don't think so. I don't think. Okay. We talked about it last year, but I don't know. Then they haven't contacted me. So yeah, probably I won't be making that one. But the Masters Hall of Fame are always really a fun event to go to. Are you going to be heading to that?
I might be if I can swing it. I might be. So,
yeah.
I was just trying to kill two birds with one stone because I've been trying to figure out a way I could actually get the opportunity to meet you because I talked to Frank the other night and I'm like, I would love to meet, Cynthia, and he says, it'll eventually happen. It will happen. So
yes, it will. I'm sure.
So I was just trying to kill two birds with one stone. So
yeah.
So.
Well, maybe we'll see on this set of the Martial Art Kids too.
Hey, anything's possible. Dawn's got my number, and so anything's possible. So,
yep.
So, and anything for you guys, I'm willing to clear my schedule. So, anything.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? On August 13th, two things. August 13th, Malaya Bernal, who is, Mark DeCoscos' mom, and she was like a competitor back, before me, and top woman, one of the first women ever. She's hosting a roast for me, so people can find information on that. That's August 13th. That's in, I believe, Marina Del Rey here in California. And then for those that live in California, on May 14th is at the Martial Art Museum. They're going to hold another Cynthia Rothrock Day. So I have 2 days. So we'll all be there for that as well. And we'll also be filming. We'll be filming there, some people, and some people want to get on the trailer for our Kickstarter program for the Amazing Shanghai Dragons. Mark Rove, who is an incredible genius as far as creativity and directing goes, will be there filming for us, because he's also partnered up with me on our we're doing something like really cool. It's going to blow your mind. I'm not going to tell you now, but when we do our Kickstarter, we're filming something that's going to totally blow your mind. So you have to keep your eyes out for that. But we'll also be filming there. So if anybody has a chance to come to the Martial Art Museum, that's May 14th, and also the roast where everybody gets to, I guess, make fun of me and say funny things about me. But I'm a good sport. I'll be the one laughing the most. So
I can't see somebody making fun of you, Cynthia, because you can kick butt. So
well, I'm sure they'll do it in a loving way. I hope.
Yeah. So tell me, what is Cynthia Rothrock Day? That's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Well, the Martial Art Museum has days for a lot of people. I mean, there's so many. Like there was I think there was a Don Wilson Day, but there's they hold a day for prominent martial artists, and I had one 4 years ago. So Michael Masuda, the CEO of the Martial Art Museum, said we need to do another one, and I was like, okay. Because they're fun. You get to see all your friends, and it's kind of a fun day. I was there for Eric Lee. Eric Lee had one, and a lot of people have them, so they have them quite open, and you just come in, and it's kind of fun. You never know who's going to show up there too that you meet.
Yeah, that's the thing. You never know who's going to be at the door at these things. You just you never know. So.
True.
And Master Eric Lee, he is a wonderful, wonderful man. He was on the show as well. So
well, I got a big shock. The other day. Chris Pratt was doing his thank you speech on the MTV Awards because he got Best Action Actor, and he mentioned my name along with some other martial artists and all big stars that I was an inspiration to his fighting. So I was so excited. I was like, I got all the people calling me, Chris Pratt just mentioned you, and I was like, oh my gosh. That was really cool. That was, So again, you never know who watches your movies or sees you or knows who you are.
Yeah, you just don't know who you will inspire. I mean, honey, you've got fans all over the world, including myself, even my older brother, and I tease him all the time because I'm like, I've got Cynthia's number and you can't have it. So, but my older brother loves you as well. So.
Oh, well. Hi to your older brother. What's his name?
Thomas Harvey is his name.
Oh, so. Hey, Thomas. Hi.
I'll make sure that he knows, because he don't normally get a chance to listen to my show. He works in the mines and that kind of thing. So. But I'll make sure he gets a copy of this. So.
Cool. Very cool.
So, but thank you for being on the show, dear. And
okay. Well, thank you.
In the future. So.
Definitely. Talk soon, and hope to see you soon.
Absolutely. Take care.
Okay, take care. Bye.
You have been listening to The Justin Harvey Show here on the World Martial Arts Radio Network. Be sure to tune in again next week for his latest show. Thank you for listening.
Hi, Stephanie Ma here again with a special report from World Martial Arts Media about LegacyFightGear.com. Legacy Fight Gear is the official supplier to the world's oldest and most respected martial arts organizations. They have been manufacturing high-quality, affordable products for over 30 years. Visit their new online catalog at LegacyFightGear.com today. School owners who want to raise money for their teams can register to get a wholesale account and become a distributor for LegacyFightGear.com. Don't forget to like our official page at www.facebook.com/legacyfightgear.